No. He can't 60 down. Do you 34 and a half?
But my husband really loves my feet. So I always say, like, when he says to send nudes, like, that's what he's getting, a picture of my bare feet.
Hold on, George.
Yes. Oh my God, Jeffrey.
I just showed George meet an NBA player.
I want to see.
That's amazing.
That's what I'm into.
The world of the NBA is a weird one, and some players just take things up a notch when it comes to the crazy, the gross, or just the downright disgusting. From some really gross kinks to some highly questionable habits, players have developed a reputation in circles of not just fraternizing with getting involved romantically with people from a certain kind of profession.
She's a porn star! Chances are, if you mess with a porn star, it's gonna be public.
But it's also about how these players have some really weird demands in the bedroom, and even outside. Stick around till the end of this video, where we discuss how a 4-time NBA champion and living legend liked giving oral sex to his alleged former mistress while she was on periods. In this video featuring 4 weirdest fetishes of NBA players. Starting with number 4, we'll take it a little bit easy as we start off with Mr. Stephen Curry, where the 4-time NBA champion was exposed by his very own wife, Ayesha Curry, for having a foot fetish? Because on being asked during an interview with both the Currys present, Ayesha Curry revealed how Steph's favorite body part of his wife is her feet.
My feet.
Yes. You asked the question.
You're such a weirdo.
Don't mess where it's going.
You're such a weirdo.
Ooh.
And not only that, it gets even more interesting because all the way back in 2017, Ayesha had appeared on the daytime talk show The Real, where she first brought up how her husband really likes her feet, and if it ever comes to asking for some naughty pictures of herself, she would actually just send a picture of her bare feet to him.
What is it?
What is that?
It's your feet. But my husband really loves my feet. So I always say, like, when he says to send nudes, like, that's what he's getting, a picture of my bare feet.
But hey, all kinks are acceptable as long as they're consensual. And if Ayesha Curry herself is joking about it, why would we have a problem with that either, right? We just hope Ayesha Curry's foot hygiene is on point, but that's a discussion for a different day. Moving quickly to number 3, we have Jason Terry. And the former Boston Celtics and Dallas Mavericks man has less of a fetish, but more of an insane superstition, where he actually wears his opponent's shorts every night before a game with the said opponent. What? Now, we don't actually mean the shorts of someone else, because Terry hasn't been that crazy just yet. But it implies him wearing the shorts of the team who he is playing the next day to give him some form of weird psychological edge. And as per USA Today, it all started in a hilarious fashion, as highlighted in one of their articles. It's a tradition that stems from a moment in college when he and then teammate Mike Bibby decided to put on their uniforms before bed to get hyped for the game. New York Times also weighed in on not just his obsession with opponent shorts, but some other things too, which he did before a game. Over time, he switched from wearing his own uniform to wearing his next opponent's shorts. He said he grew bored wearing his own stuff and wanted to keep himself entertained. His wife, he said, has been less amused. She's like, "You still got the game shorts on? Really?" And as for the quote-unquote other things and superstitions, Terry actually preferred to eat something with chicken in it before every game. He'd also wear a headband and socks on the court, and he would change his sneakers if he was having a bad game. A man of perhaps less creepy kinks, but an insane amount of superstitions. We certainly hope his wife has come around to it and made her peace with the situation. Now, before we move to our top 2, we would just be ecstatic if you could hit that like button on this video if you're having fun learning about the hilarious fetishes of some of your favorite players. And you could perhaps let us know in the comments section which one is the funniest according to you. Maybe don't let us know your own fetishes. That would be really appreciated, folks. Now, our top 2 starts off with Steve Nash, who, as one of the best point guards in the league, has a weird routine that while shooting free throws, he actually... We can't even say this without feeling a little nauseous ourselves, but Steve Nash licks his fingers while shooting the ball. And before you make that face, let's actually look at what the man himself had to say about this rather weird habit or kink. I lick my fingers because I don't like when my hands get slick. Licking my fingers helps me keep a good grip on the ball. And while he may have a damn good reason in his own mind, especially with a career free throw percentage of 90.43%, but had Steve Nash been playing in the era of the COVID-19 pandemic, we really think he'd have been outlawed by the NBA, and his best friend would have just been Rudy Gobert.
Here's the ironic part about this. Just a few days ago, Gobert joked about the coronavirus during a press conference. He wiped his hands on a bunch of mics on his way out after saying he wasn't worried about the virus. And then, look what happened.
Yeah, that's what we refer to as nasty. Get it? Get it? Yeah, we know. It's hilarious. And now, finally coming to number 1 with the big reveal of this video as promised in the beginning. We're going to talk about the 4-time NBA champion with perhaps the weirdest reported fetish we could find. And at the center of discussion is NBA's favorite big man, Shaquille O'Neal. Uncle Shaq, who we're gonna have a little hard time referring to as uncle after this revelation, actually has a slightly questionable fetish as per his former alleged mistress, Vanessa Lopez. And yes, she very tactfully pointed it out that Shaquille O'Neal liked giving her oral sex despite her being on periods. She was reportedly quoted as saying, "When he would call and want to get together, I was reluctant to see him when I had my period. And he would say, 'I don't care.' And when we would see each other, he had like a fetish that he would just give me oral sex during my period." However, while this excerpt is a part of a larger controversy where Lopez alleged that Shaq had sent henchmen to harass her after their breakup, she was also reportedly destroyed by a judge for being a quote-unquote dirty liar, as per a piece reported by TMZ. Now, while Shaq had gotten the legal victory on that one, this one excerpt was enough to catch the attention of the fans, especially because of its gross nature. And with multiple reports and rumors about Shaq's previous encounters with other women already doing rounds every now and then, this little nugget of information just found its way into the ultimate Shaquille O'Neal lore. Gross? Perhaps, but let's take it with a pinch of salt, please. And on that note, we've finally come to the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed our take on some of these hilarious and gross fetishes of NBA players, and if you did, drop in a like and hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments which fetish shocked you the most. And we will see you in the next one.